What's up, guys? This is Payne again from Card Fight Vanguard Club. Vanguard Fight Club, whatever it's called, I don't know.
There you go.
So today I'm doing a Kagero deck profile. That's it's an inside joke with us, saying it Kagero instead of Kagero. Anyways, let's start with the grade 4s. One Transcendent Dragon, Dragonic New Blvd. This card's really cool. 15k base, so it's actually not terrible to sit on if you don't win with the skill. So it's Vanguard, acts once per turn. Soul Blast a grade 3 or greater. So if you play more than one, you can keep riding him and just keep using the skill. And until the end of the turn, if your opponent, all of your opponent's trigger effects that they check are nullified, then it gets plus 20,000 power and -1 drive. And if you or your opponent are at 5 damage, you blow up their entire board. So very cool. Board wipe is nice. It's a very cheap cost for a board wipe too. It's not hard to be at 5 damage either. The -1 drive kind of sucks, but the plus 20,000 power, that end game push is really good. And unlike the old one, if I remember the old one correctly, it's during its battle when your opponent's trigger effects don't matter. But this one is the entire turn, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so that's pretty sweet. Moving on to grade 3s, I play 4 Dragonic Overlord. This is the good artwork. If you play the other one, you're just bad at the game. Sorry. Act Vanguard or Rearguard. Soul Blast 1, it gets plus 10 until the end of turn. The second one is an auto, Vanguard only, sadly. But when the attack hits, you counterblast 1, discard 2 cards, restand it, and it gets -1 drive. I like Dragonic Overlord for a lot of reasons. One, the artwork is amazing for this card. 2, it's actually not terrible to sit on. So in turn, ironically, it makes it a pretty good budget choice. Because I know there are comments from the trial deck that double rares from Psyqualia Strife don't cost anything. I think this is the most expensive iteration of it right now. It's like $3 maybe. So even then, it's not expensive.
It has like sign one.
Oh yeah. The sign one's like 50 or 60 right now, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a strong card. Restanders have always been good in Vanguard. So that's my stance on it. That's why I play it. Next, I only play 3 Dragonic Waterfall. So I know it's kind of weird to only see 3. Truth be told, I just haven't bought the 4th one. I haven't wanted to shell out the money. Because I've generally seen this whenever I needed it. I've never had a moment, or if I have, it's only been a couple of times where I've had a moment where I'm like, wow, I really wish I drew Dragonic Waterfall instead of this. But Vanguard, when it's placed, choose one of your opponent's grade 2 or greater rear guards and retire it. Free retire, can't go wrong there. Second skill is when it attacks, Soul Blast to grade 3. Until the end of the turn, or battle I'm sorry. It gets plus 10,000 to crit and your opponent cannot guard with Sentinels. So it's a guard, restrict, crit, and power all in that one skill. The only thing that could have made it better is if it restood. So thank God they didn't make it restand, or else this card would be absolutely busted, I think. Very strong. It's your real game ender. Yeah. Next is grade 2s. Play 4 Berserk Dragon. Very powerful card. Vanguard or Rearguard, when placed. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Retire one of your opponent's rear guards. There's no restriction on that, so you can retire anything, which is cool. A lot of cards generally have a restriction, so it makes them a little bit more free than most others. And if the skill is activated while it's on Vanguard, you draw a card. So you essentially ride it, minusing 1 your hand, and you instantly get the hand back for Counterblast and a Soul Blast. And the second skill is when it attacks a Vanguard. If you have more rear guards than your opponent, gets plus 3 on rear guard, so it becomes a 13k attacker. So it hits any kind of Vanguard as long as it's not another Nouvelle. So yeah, this is a weird choice, I think. I play 4 Bellicosity Dragon. I know a lot of people either play this or Dragon Armor Knight. Most deck profiles I've seen play Dragon Armor Knight over this. I really like this card because generally on your final turn, you're going to be retiring more than 1 rear guard. So it's probably going to be a 10 or 15k boost for this card alone on that turn. And on the Nouvelle turn, if you're not going against an Excel deck, it gets plus 25k, so it's a 35k attacker on its own. So really like it. Yeah, it's full art too, so that's cool. Thank the promos. Next I only play 3 Nahalem. A lot of people play 4, and I get why. The deck, I think, has a lot of retire power. So I don't really, I don't know how to put it. I just don't really think the 4th one's super necessary. But like I said, I get why you would play it. But when it's placed, you counterblast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards in the back row, retire it, and it gets +5 until end of turn. So you're minusing your opponent 1 15k attacker, only 5k shield, which all of them have. I don't know why I pointed it out for this card specifically though, but I did. Next is grade 1s. 4, Flame of Hope Ammo. Good card. It's just good. It's the counter charger of the deck. Maybe someday the deck's rival Royal Paladins will get a counter charger, but that's not going to be soon, it seems like. But that's besides the point. So during the battle that it boosted, it's an 11k booster. So if you do this with Berserk Dragon, that's a 24k column on turn 2 potentially. And when your opponent's rear guard is retired during your turn, you can retire this unit, draw a card, and countercharge. So you're just replacing this card with whatever you draw, and then you countercharge 1. And there isn't anything in this deck that counterblast over 2. So the countercharge 1 just lets you activate any other skill that you want. Next is 4, Embodiment of Armor Bar. Super strong bar. Good card. When placed, counterblast 1, soul blast 1. Choose one of your opponent's grade 2 or less rear guards in the same column as this unit. And if you have more rear guards than your opponent afterwards, that gets +5. So it'll probably become a 13k booster. You can get rid of back row units that you don't like seeing them have. You can get rid of an annoying grade 2, whatever really, an interceptor. Yeah, so just the killing one. Most cards that kill something are really good. Next, 3, Dragonic Gaius. This card used to be absolutely terrible, but now it's pretty good. When it boosts to grade 3 or greater, on Vanguard or rear guard, so if you need that last little bit of pressure on your rear guard, you can do it. Counterblast 1 and put it into the soul, and that unit gets a crit until the end of the battle. Yeah, so crit provider. That's why I'll explain my triggers when I get to them. 3, Lizard Soldier Rayopia. When your opponent's rear guard is retired, it gets +5. So it becomes a 13, 18k booster generally. That's a pretty big number. You put that on a bellicosity column. That's gonna be a big column. It's gonna be pretty hard for them to guard, I believe. So yeah. Now my triggers, kind of weird, I think, compared to most other people playing this. I play 4 Embodiment of Spear Tar, 2 the Mamba Finger. That's another inside joke. But yeah, so 6 crit. 6 crit's really good. The deck generates a lot of crit, so that's why I don't play 8. I was actually considering cutting it down to 4, just in favor of more hand advantage, but I don't think that'd be super optimal. So yeah, that's why I play it as this. I like Tar more. So sorry, Mama Finger.
Hey, deck winning or deck thinning is deck winning.
It's true. Deck thinning is deck winning. Sadly, draw triggers don't count as deck thinning. Then I play 6 draws. Red Gem Carbuncle's pretty cool. I like it. It's cute. I like the Carbuncle cards. This is the only one that isn't Narukami, I believe, which is kind of weird. But it was released before Narukami was even a clan, so I understand. But 4 Wyvern Guard Bury. It's a perfect guard. So yeah, you kind of need perfect guards in this day and age. It's not like older Vanguard, like way back in the day Vanguard, where you could get away with 2 or 3 perfect guards, like when the game first started, I believe. I didn't play during that time, but that's just from what I've seen. So yeah, you know, when it's placed on guard circle, discard a card. The attack can't hit unless they can retire it somehow. So yeah, 4 Dragon Monk Genjo. Heals you damage. 20k guard. Full art. Good stuff. Starter, Lizard Runner Undo. This is their only starter at the moment. 1 Road Upon, draw a card. So yeah. And then Force Markers. I play 2 Kais, 4 Dragonic Overlords. Not really a reason behind it. These are just the ones I had.
Force markers.
Yeah, they're Force Markers. You kind of need them. Yeah. Alright, thanks for watching.